guys, it's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you another figure review. Today we're taking a look at the brand new Mattel Elite 87, now shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. As always, use code 4LIFE to save 10% off your order at checkout. So these figures are now starting to ship, and it's kind of nice to have a new Elite set. It's been a while. You're getting a lot of first time in the line figures. You're getting Santos Escobar. Also, Candace Larae is in this wave, which we'll review in another video. But taking a look at the figures in the packaging, you get the images of each superstar on the front. Santos Escobar comes with the new NXT Cruiserweight Championship belt. You get the interchangeable masthead as well as the hands. Otis looks great. Unfortunately, the gimmick is no longer together. He's got a new kind of heel look going. Shaved the beard, but you know, either way, I'm just excited to have this figure. You get the working man shirt. The lunchbox with the meat in there. That's so awesome. Can't wait to see how Mattel designed that. And of course, Asuka, Bill's favorite. I mean, she looks great. You really did such a great job. The head scan, the likeness. You get the mask and the interchangeable hands as well. Take a look at the side of the packaging. The images of each superstar. And on the other side, we get the close-ups. Take a look at the back of the box. For those of you who want to see the read-up, you get the other figures in the wave. We're going to come back and get all three of these figures out of their packaging. So here we are with the figures out of the packaging, and you know, first-hand impressions, these do look very good, and we're going to start off with Santos Escobar first. Accessories, he does come with two open interchangeable hands. He's got the hand tape on there, as well as the masked interchangeable head. Has some nice detail to it. I like the purple, it really does pop, and look at the sculpting on the back. You can see the hair coming out underneath the mask. Definitely looks very nice. Additionally, you do get the NXT Cruiserweight Championship belt. And for comparison purposes, here's the original release with a purple strap. You can see the difference in the logos as well. Again, look at the scan on the figure itself. It does look pretty good. I do like the detailing. It is pretty spot on. It's got the little ponytail or man bun. Some great tattoo detail on him as well, on his chest and his abs, as well as on the arms. On the back as well. Got a little wrist tape here, which is painted on his bicep. Painted on elbow pad. I don't know how I feel about that, but it doesn't look too bad, honestly. And huge plus to Mattel. He does come with the pinless double jointed elbows. Kudos to Mattel for rolling that out. This is going to be the standard look for the Elites going forward. They're kind of trickling them out little by little, so you may have some guys who still have the single jointed elbows, but little by little, a lot of the Elites are going to transition to this. Taking a look at his trunks, you can see the black design with the logo on the back. The knee pads, and I do like they have a sculpted separate piece for his boots to look like the fringes. If you can see, it does slide up and down. So when you get this figure, don't forget to slide them so it looks like they're on the boots and not part of the knee pad. Some good detailing on the boots as well. Looks very good. And while we're at it, let's pop this head off. Put on the interchangeable masked head so you guys can see what that looks like. There we go. See the differences. Personally, I kind of like this head a little better, but it's nice that you get the option. You know, whatever you prefer as far as a preference for your figure. And now moving on to Asuka. So she also does come with two open interchangeable hands, as well as this mask. Some great detail into it. Guess if you can pin it on her face. Let's see if we can do this on camera. Kind of give you the effect. Looks very good. I do like the detail into it. Look at the chains. Some nice molding. Some nice colors. Just really does pop, man. Asuka really is a toyetic character. Look at that face scan. I'll be honest, when I first saw the pictures for Elite 87, I was really most excited for Asuka. I feel like the pictures just look so great. And she's even better in hand. I mean, look at the hair. Look at the face paint. Just so much detail to it. And, you know, the last few Asuka figures we got were good, but I feel like this is just on another level. Looking at her deco and her gear. Got the tassels. The straps on her legs. Even the knee pads have some nice detail to it. A little thicker padding. Kick pads. Take a look at the figure from the back. I was trying to mess with this arm. This looks a little wonky. I guess it was just kind of stuck from the paint, but I will point out she does have these single jointed elbows. They, like I was telling you before, they haven't quite made it out to all the elites or all the characters. Seems like the female characters are the ones kind of a little lagging behind as far as the articulation transition to the double joint elbows. But mine's a little stiff on these elbow joints. Maybe I have to heat them up a little bit. I don't want to mess with them too much and, you know, make them loose. But Asuka looks great. Absolutely stunning. This figure will pop on your shelf. Just a crazy character. Absolutely do love that figure. And here, let's move on to Otis. So, hands-wise, you get a bunch of interchangeable hands. I feel like they did this with the last Otis release. You got the open hands, like grabbing at you kind of hands. You get the mic holding hands and a fist, as well as the other two on the figure. You get this beautiful lunchbox, and this is, like I was saying in the intro, they're a little behind because his gimmick is kind of different now, but I absolutely loved when he had the Money in the Bank in the lunchbox and was putting the meat in the actual Money in the Bank briefcase. It was just really entertaining. But you can see it's got the Money in the Bank logo, the green and the yellow. You got the meats or the steaks, and they do come out. You can see there's two pegs in there. And that's how the steaks look from the back. And the lunchbox actually does close. So if you want to have them just holding the lunchbox closed, or have the meat out, you can port it back into, and it will close with the meat in there as well. So Otis doesn't go hungry. He's got his food in his little lunchbox. But moving on to the figure itself, it pretty much is somewhat of a repaint from the last figure we got. So he does come with this cloth shirt, Otis the Working Man, little crop top, Velcro moves at the top. What is that supposed to be on the figure? Looks like he's got some Cheeto stains. What the fuck? Did I miss something? That's interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to be there. I gotta check with some reference shots on ringside, but he's got some orange dust on his chest. Taking a look at the figure itself. Moving on down, you got the black trunks. He's got the painted on knee pads, I know, or the molded knee pads, sorry. I know a lot of guys were not a fan of this when the figure came out, his last Elite release, but they did go that route again. He does have the white and black boots. Some nice detail into it. Got Working Man Otis on the back of his trunks. He's got this nice diaphragm joint with a bigger torso, and he also does have the double jointed arms for more articulation. Looks very good. Take a look at the scan. Again, it is the same as the last figure. I personally like this one better. I was kind of hoping we'd get a little bit more of an updated Otis. I know that was his NXT look with the denim jacket. Do like this one better, I must say. Let's come back and we'll go through some comparisons. So this is obviously Santos Escobar's first figure in the line. So obviously he doesn't have any other figures to kind of compare him with. But what I do have is some NXT guys I'm going to throw in here, just to give you an idea of how he scales and how he looks, as well as an Elite Karrion Kross figure. It's nice that Mattel's rounding out their NXT roster, and if you're talking cruiserweight, who better than the best cruiserweight of all time, if you ask me, Rey Mysterio. Line these guys up a little better. It's always good getting new characters, filling out the roster. He definitely looks great in scale. And Asuka being one of my favorite female superstars, I figured I'd bring in a few others. We got the Ultimate Edition Series 1 Ronda Rousey. We got Natalya. And also from the same set, Elite 87, we do have Candace Larae. And if you want to swap these two, you can see how much smaller Candace is versus Asuka. So I tried to make sense of that orange stuff that's supposed to be on his chest. I'm just chalking it up to him being a sloppy eater and that's maybe food that fell on him. But unless that's an error, maybe someone can, you know, clue me in the comments down below what that's supposed to be, because I'm just not putting 2 and 2 together. Also, I couldn't find my last Elite Otis. I have no idea where I put it, but I figured instead, let me bring in some bigger characters to give you some comparisons. As far as size, we have the Royal Rumble Umaga. I have the Decade of Domination Big Show. And from the same wave, I have the Elite 87 Braun Strowman. So these guys obviously tower over him, but Otis is bigger in width. And you can see he still kind of stacks up pretty nicely with them. So wrapping up here, I want to say I highly recommend all 3 of these figures. First time in the line, Santos Escobar looks absolutely great. I like that you get 2 heads to choose from for your display. You get the new Cruiserweight Championship belt. Definitely highly recommend that. As far as Otis, I think this figure is better than his last Elite. I feel like the last one looked good, very toyetic, but this one to me just had a better gimmick, more kind of on his own singles run Otis versus the Heavy Machinery tag team. And as far as Asuka, I'm going to say she's probably my favorite from this set. She just looks absolutely beautiful. Bill did a phenomenal job. When does Bill not? Obviously, especially when it comes to the female superstars. She just looks great. I mean, I feel like the only thing she could possibly get to get a better Asuka down the road is probably an entrance row, which has been difficult to find a slot for, but definitely get it. Highly recommend it. This is her best figure as of yet. If you are interested in picking up these figures, they are now shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. Please don't forget to use code 4LIFE. It'll save you some money in your pocket. Before you guys go, please make sure to hit that like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel here for more great content. And as always, follow me on Instagram at AlexWestCollects. Keep collecting, guys. Take care.